Is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. Today we are doing another easiest players to trade for in Madden 24 video. It's time to get into our first trade. First trade is done. A lot of y'all are asking, how do you get a quarterback? How could you trade for a quarterback? How do you do that? It is so expensive to trade for a good quarterback. You either need to start with one or draft one or get really, really lucky in free agency and see a really, really good player who's possibly young. Because sometimes you see Tua, but it's not really likely that that's the case. So I'm just trying to show you guys how much it costs to get a guy like Jordan Love, who's, I believe, 26 and an 81 overall. So, like, on the younger side of things and a solid overall. It cost me 3 second-round picks to get him. Super expensive. Um, but if you are trying to get a quarterback, this is the easiest quarterback to go out and get that is actually talented and could be a good quarterback. Trading a bunch of nobodies, we get Brandon Jones, 25-year-old safety. If you want a young safety who's pretty cheap to trade for, as you can see, because we only traded away backups, this is an easy trade to make, and it really jumpstarts your franchise. Easy trade here. He's a 72 overall, but CES Ruiz has a star development trait, which is something you don't find in a lot of offensive linemen. And he is very young not very young, but he's on the younger side of things. So he can still develop, has a chance to develop into like an 83-ish. That's one of the highest I've seen him at. But usually he's around an 81 to an 83-ish when he develops a Madden. Forward, a 77 overall, 23-year-old running back who could be a starter. He's developed very, very well when you make him a lead back. Trading away a wide receiver, 2/4 and a third, getting a pretty cheap running back for that value who has that really good age. Getting a 23-year-old in a trade is basically like a draft pick, and at 77 overall, this is basically like a first to second round draft pick. So for that value, I really do believe we kind of traded less than we really need to. Isaiah Likely, 72 overall with dev trade at 23 years old. All it took was us trading away a corner, and yeah, we get a new tight end who's going to start for us basically. He can develop pretty well. The highest I've seen him, I've seen him at an 84. He really does develop, and he holds his overall for a long period of time because he's a tight end. So yeah, I love having Isaiah Likely. And pretty really, really cheap trade. Easy trade getting a young D tackle with a dev trait in Travis Jones, not giving up too much value, and we're getting a good D tackle who can develop if you put him as a defensive tackle too. If you made one of those trades you saw in the previous videos where you get a more elite D tackle, having him as a pairing would be absolutely perfect. Our final trade of the video is for T. Higgins, a first, third, and 2 random picks get you a star wide receiver who is very young. This is an easy trade. It's not as much value as it looks because when you think about it, for the age T. Higgins is at, basically a like a top 5 pick. You're trading away your late first and a third. So for that value, this is very worth it, and I'm very happy about this trade.